The grand old grounds of England provides the setting for a meeting of two of its most stately clubs. 12 cup wins and 22 finals between them. Everton and Aston Villa provide beacons of hope and sanity, built on solid foundations, managed with sense and sensibility, promising pretenders for whom the FA Cup is a genuine opportunity to lift a trophy. And to the sound of Z cars, the teams emerge for an A-list fixture. Two of the top six in the Premier League, two of the top six in the history of the FA Cup. Team news, Victor Anichebe back in the Everton side after his brief hiatus. Welcome company up front for Tim Cahill. Leon Osman is out with a side strain, so 17-year-old Jack Rodwell is one of two teenagers in midfield. The other, Dan Gosling, saw off Liverpool in the last round. Goalkeeper Tim Howard was a doubt with a thigh problem, but he passed a late fitness test.
I think if you look at this Everton side, the way they set up, a very flexible side, strong back four. Arteta likes to pull the strings from the middle of the park, but what they need is plenty quality crosses for the man Cahill, who's so dangerous in the air.
Aston Villa's unhappiness that Emile Heskey played for England in the week is compounded by his absence today. John Carew is the replacement. Steve Sidwell is in for the suspended Gareth Barry. Gabby Agbonlahor returns to the ground where he scored on his debut 3 years ago, and he does so as a full England international.
Well, I think if you look at this Villa side, it's about the two wide men banging form. Ashley Young scored 2 goals on his last visit here. James Miller's having a fantastic period for Aston Villa this minute. And Carew back in the side, likes crosses and watch for Agbonlahor's pace.
16, Zach Knight. 19,
well, there is Jolyon Lescott, who scored twice against Villa here in December. Not enough, though, even for a point. He is a lifelong Aston Villa supporter. Some have been to the other side of the world, among them Tim Cahill, who's been to Yokohama and back this week for an Australian World Cup qualifier. He's durable as well as dangerous. And there, Gabby Agbonlahor, so fleet of foot. Everton are his favourite opponents. He's scored 4 in 6 games against the Toffees. The referee is Martin Atkinson, who also took charge of the league thriller between the sides before Christmas. He is a late replacement for Phil Dowd.
Number 6,
Martin O'Neill has had success on many fronts, but not particularly in the FA Cup down the years. Having said that, he's operating today at a ground where in 11 previous visits he has never tasted defeat.
Number 26, Jack Rodwell.
Many of the great and good of Everton's distinguished past are here. Howard Kendall and Peter Reid, the national coach of Thailand these days, up in the stand together with many former players, and admiring the work being carried out by David Moyes. A month short of 7 years in charge of Everton now. But like Martin O'Neill, not conspicuously successful in the FA Cup. It's only his 3rd appearance in round 5, and he has never tasted a quarter-final. After the recent chill, a mild day on Merseyside. And arguably the tie of the 5th round of this season's Eon-sponsored FA Cup. Martin Atkinson just checking with his assistants, Mike Malarkey and Peter Kirkup. And now he and everyone else is just about ready. These two produced one of the best games of the season so far when they met here in December. Villa twice lost the lead and then won it in the 94th minute. Chris Waddle played in 2 cup finals. Chris, 2 well-matched teams. The easy option, I suppose, is to plump for a draw. Are you going to take the easy option, or are you going to be brave?
No, I'll not be brave. I think I'll come for the draw, but I think this is what we've just saw already. They've got the ball forward very early up to Cahill. He's earned a corner. Both teams are very good at set pieces. Great opportunity for Everton.
Well, after 34 seconds of the league meeting, Aston Villa scored through Steve Sidwell. It's Everton with the early chance today. Leighton Baines. keeper got a right fist to the ball. It's come out to Dan Gosling. And that's Craig Gardner. Rodwell beaten. John Carew. Brings it back to Jagielka. Cahill's flick on. Here comes Friedel. 20,000 miles he's flown this week, Tim Cahill, to answer his country's call, and now that of David Moyes.
I think already John Serge set up on it. Gosling's come wide left. Obviously, he's got to support Cahill now. He should be gambling on that flick, which he hasn't on this occasion. Actually, he's played really high right onto Young on the full-back on the right-hand side. And Villa are just playing their normal 4-4-2.
Martin O'Neill vexed by the injury that worsened during international duty for Emil Heskey. Not sure how long Heskey's going to be out for. That was foot high by Villa's captain of the day. They're 6th of the season, Stilian Petrov. And it's Petrov's old firm adversary, Mikel Arteta, who's going to take this free kick. Gardner's flick, corner.
Fantastic delivery. Arteta's a big way, yes, we know technically he's very good in midfield, but this is a class free kick. A lot of pace, a lot of dip on it. Jagielka taps it, but Gardner does his job. Another corner.
Both these sides have almost forgotten how to lose. Everton only beaten by Manchester United in the recent past. Arteta, and off the line it was Petrov, but it doesn't matter because Jack Rodwell was there to follow up, and the 17-year-old scores his first Everton goal in the 5th round of the FA Cup.
You've got to give a lot of credit to Arteta's very good. Look, if you look at Gosling, he comes short, he was playing, he's 5 yards, he's dragged Miller away, he's dragged Young away. Well rehearsed, great delivery again, Arteta. Yes, could have claimed the handball. Give Rodwell first one to react. He didn't look for the handball. His first thing in his mind was, I might get this, and he has. He's hooked it in with his left foot. Bradfield, no chance. Great finish. Does really well to he anticipates before anybody else.
Well, David Moyes was up first of all, claiming the penalty for the handball by Petrov, and then he prolonged his celebration as Rodwell rammed in the loose ball. Saved the referee a moment which surely would have brought a red card as well as a penalty. Sidwell's header. Rodwell wins it back. Arteta. It's a flying start by the home side as Hibbert crosses and wins another Everton corner.
Well, Everton, give them credit, they've come up the blocks very quick, they've got this crowd going. Villa just haven't started, they haven't really put the foot on the ball, they're half asleep. I don't think Martin O'Neill will be too impressed with the opening coming up 5th minute, coming up to.
Well, Jack Rodwell won't be 18 until next month. Born locally in Birkdale. Huge talent who's come through the Everton system. Arteta. Cahill, this time beaten. Doesn't happen often in the air. And it's a goal kick.
I'll tell you, whatever you work though, John, set pieces, whatever, if you've got to play like Arteta, so important. We know he's a talented footballer, but on set pieces, that was a well-rehearsed corner. That's come off the training ground, there's no doubt about that. They've moved people around. Cahill, one of the best in the world standing jumpers, but Rodwell, young boy, reacted very, very well.
Well, you never forget your first goal, and he certainly won't forget this. Not against Aston Villa in a big 5th round cup tie.
think last time Villa came here on the 3-2, I think they played 4-5-1, didn't they? And I can see already, really, they're finding it hard. Petrov hasn't really got the legs, like Sidwell, to get around. They had Barry playing in there last time, very strong in midfield, and they broke well. Very exposed at the moment, Villa.
Well, there's a midfield man down with Gareth Barry out through suspension today. Rio Coker is also injured, he would have been another option. But it's a vibrant start by Everton. Lescott. Rodwell lost out. Neville. And each should be stumbled, nothing more. And then Luke Young whacked it against Neville. And Villa make a three-course meal out of clearing the ball. Petrov looking for the pace of Agbonlahor. Hibbert slides in. Martin Atkinson puts to the spot. It's yellow for Tony Hibbert. More importantly, it is a penalty for Aston Villa. What a start.
Well, what a ball by Petrov. Agbonlahor gets it, yes, and for me, it's not the greatest touch. Hibbert is slow. Agbonlahor, no, great pace. That's where he's at his best, on playing on defenders' shoulders, and it's a clear penalty. I don't think Hibbert can argue about that, and it was a yellow card. The referee got that right.
Well, what a good pass through by Petrov to split the defence and to utilise that pace. James Milner. He has the responsibility at the Gladys Street end. Fortunate, very fortunate, but 1-1 nonetheless.
I not be bothered about his fortunate or not. Yes, he hasn't hit it well. Howard went a fraction too early, that's why it's gone under his body. He just went a little bit early to the inside of his right hand. And unfortunately, it's gone back under his body, off his hip. It's 1-1, Villa's first attack. This is a cracking cup tie already.
Not half. And James Milner finds the opposition net for the 5th time in the last 8 games. Had a fair old fallow period, having rejoined the club from Newcastle, but has found his scoring boots again. Aided by a couple of penalties now. And just one piece of housekeeping as well. Tony Hibbert was cautioned for the foul, as we saw, and that is his 5th booking of the season, and he will be suspended for Everton's next game at Newcastle. He's one of 5 Evertonians today who are 1 booking short of that suspension threshold. Cahill up to Milner. Agbonlahor, who fouled the teenager, and Agbonlahor has pulled up a little lame.
Yeah, he's still feeling it. He got a kick early on, I think, off Hibbert on the far side, if I remember right, and he's still feeling the effects of it.
Misplaced by Craig Gardner. Recent games, out of necessity, have been characterised by caution. Happily not this one.
Well, we're expecting goals, John, on the way here. We're talking about this was probably the pick of the round, and so far it's been very good.
Steve Rounds, appointed this season as assistant to David Moyes, offering some words of advice. Young, stopped by Hibbert. Leighton Baines. Jack Rodwell. Cahill.
I think what you're seeing, John, here is very two competitive sides who play very high tempo, don't mess about with short stuff. If you can hit the front, hit it, and play off the second balls, we're just seeing again.
Arteta. Rodwell. Cahill. Throw. Cahill. Watching that from each of it. Young, by Arteta. It's a little wrong, and on we go. Agbon Lahore. Ashley Young. In the middle already for Aston Villa.
Unfortunately for the forward arrived there, they didn't know when it was going to come in. He was twisting and turning Ashley Young, and it ended up flat, and it was an easy catch for Howard.
Gosling. Cahill. Anichebe.
For both teams are at their best when they get crosses in. They're very fit side, both of them. They can get a lot of shirts in there. Anichebe this time obviously couldn't direct. Not a lot of pace off the cross from Cahill.
That was made of his supposed bust up with the manager. Everton sources are trying to play that down. He was, though, disappointed when Everton declined a request from Hull to take him on loan. Look at the injury list, and particularly strikers that are out for Everton. See why they said no. Cahill. Arteta. From that angle, it was always going to be a foul. The challenge by Ashley Young.
Well, it was a very good challenge by Ashley Young. Not renowned for his defensive qualities, but you can see, look, he's played the ball, and that should have been a handball by Arteta.
Neville. Hibberts. Rahor urges Arteta to get up. It's another opportunity for Mikel Arteta. Peru is back to help out in defence. Late arrival on the scene. Hibbert. Arteta. Cahill! Now, was there a hand there? Everton are furious. They're claiming a penalty, and they're asking that the referee goes across to talk to the linesman, but it's Tim Cahill who has been picked out for the yellow card.
That was a definite handball, John. There's no doubt about that. Again, Arteta, fantastic deliveries he's putting in today. And as you see, they all rise. Yep, and he has. He's hit it with his left arm, and he's claiming he's being pushed. And it's definite. And the referee got it right again. Well done, Mr. Atkinson.
Well, late appointment, Martin Atkinson, and he's had plenty to adjudicate upon. And that's another problem for Everton. Cahill, like Hibbert, will now be suspended for the league game at Newcastle. It's his 5th caution of the season. Arteta. Cahill. And Curtis Davis has pulled up in immediate distress. Alan Smith is the physio.
Must be his shoulder, the way he's goes. You see, he gets up. Yeah, his arms just being pushed back. Maybe his shoulders come out the socket. Something's happened to him.
Something painful. To this cup tie. Inside 4 minutes, Jack Rodwell putting Everton in front. Smashing in the rebound after Petrov had actually handled on the line. Here's Gosling. From Villa within 3 minutes. That's foul on Van Lahore and Milner's penalty. And then Cahill booked for the deliberate handball as Everton vehemently appealed for a penalty themselves. Should be very neat. Tony Hibberts. And now Milner. Seemed to strike a hand as well. And then Lescott lunged in. It's feisty.
Well, that's what you want in the FA Cup. That's what the fans want, and they're getting it so far. I don't think there's a lot of top-notch quality, apart from probably Arteta, who's looked the best player on the park when he's had the ball, but there's a lot of effort and commitment.
Curtis Davis is back on, but he's holding his shoulder. His arm hanging fairly limply by his side. Definitely doesn't look right. And he's wincing in pain as well, Curtis Davis. Now making ready for the change on the Villa bench. Arteta. Cahill. Baines. Free kick, Aston Villa.
He's got to watch himself, Cahill. That was clumsy, very deliberate. Hasn't got the legs to get on the delivery by Baines. But it'd be interesting to see. I think it's Nicky Shorey who's going to come on. Where will he play?
Saying he can't continue. Nicky Shorey must have some very long laces because it's taking a while for him to get ready. Always have people that do that sort of thing for them these days. Petrov. It's Arteta. Neville. And again, a suggestion of a hand. In fact, I don't think it's going to be Nicky Shorey that comes on. Shane Lowry seems to be being made ready.
I can remember.
And now they're deciding they're going to give Curtis Davis another 5 minutes. That's the word we're getting from our people down by the bench. And how delighted Davis will be. Sidwell. Luke Young.
I think he looks fine, Curtis Davis. Now, I've been watching him. Yes, for 5 minutes he was struggling, but he just seems to be totally mobile now. He seems fine.
2 minutes ago he was asking to come off. Now for at least the next 5 he's staying on. Arteta. Neville.
I'd love Arteta to play it to Arteta there, wouldn't it? But once he couldn't, so.
Busy weekend of FA Cup action, mostly from the 5th round, but tomorrow we complete our weekend in the Cup with live coverage of the 4th round replay at the Emirates between Arsenal and Cardiff City. 0-0 at Ninian Park first time around. Cahill. Gosling. Gosling loses out to Gardner. Anichebe. Cahill took a defender away, Anichebe sliced through the middle, and Anichebe has won a penalty for Everton. Yellow card, Steve Sidwell.
That was the first time we saw Anichebe in the game. Strong, powerful run, very direct. And to be fair, Curtis Davis couldn't handle him. He's looking around and Sidwell comes from his side. And yes, for me, I've got to say, another penalty, he got nowhere near the ball.
Abundant incident in this cup tie so far, and now a chance for Everton to reclaim their lead. And it's the man that the chairman has compared to the great Alec Young, the golden vision, Spaniard Mikel Arteta. Everton back in front in what already is a thrilling cup tie.
Well, it's just like all his set pieces today. First class delivery, bottom corner. Even if Friedel had gone that way, he wouldn't have got nowhere near it. Excellent penalty into the bottom corner. Friedel goes the wrong way, right into the side net. Great penalty.
The princely presence in Everton's midfield, delighting his manager with a calmly taken spot kick. Friedel, remember, is something of an expert at keeping out penalties. Arteta offers thanks. And Everton lead 2-1. Petrov sliding in, catching Rodwell. Another card, Stilian Petrov this time.
Well, Mr. Atkinson's had a very good game so far, John, but I think on this occasion, I think it's a good challenge. Very determined, Petrov, there you go, he's played the ball away and got that one wrong.
Card count reaches 4. Arteta. Carew, that was clumsy on Cahill. Luke Young. Ashley Young. Not quite.
Yeah, what was a lovely ball. Beautiful weighted ball. Lescott didn't see Young coming, made a great run behind him. He's got to try and get in the game, Ashley Young. He's got a lot of quality, can deliver good balls and score goals, but at the moment he's not getting into the game. This is a Carew challenge. It is very clumsy. You've seen them giving, but maybe it was a little bit too quick after the last one.
We have had 2 penalties in the opening 25 minutes. Right, it could easily have been a third. Cahill, put the shoulder. Gosling. Gosling. We're always confident it was heading wide.
Very bright. Cahill's a handful for them two centre-halves. They don't know how to play him. And this time Gosling picks it up. One thing in his mind, once he cut inside Gardner, maybe should have aimed for the far post rather than try to catch Friedel out.
Hero in the last round, Dan Gosling. 118th minute winner against the most local of rivals. And it's largely football without inhibition today. It's one of the great attractions of the Cup. Ashley Young. Too much on that for Carew. And to think that Martin Atkinson expects a quiet Sunday. And then Phil Dowd pulled out of the fixture, and so far he's issued 4 yellow cards, given 2 penalties, nearly had to send off Petrov for a handball on the line, and had sundry other things to sort out. 4 bookings, only 9 fouls. Arteta. Tony Hibbert. Nietzsche using his physical presence. Here's Hibbert. He stumbled. Then he carried following through on Curtis Davis, who's already been in the wars.
Well, they get a lot of joy down this right-hand side, and it sort of plays him in. He just overruns it, and it's a lunge, and the linesman flagged for the free kick, and he got that right. Get a lot of joy down the right-hand side, Everton.
Set up the Aston Villa goal via a penalty. Milner. Case for a free kick there. Gardner's throw. Petrov. Rodwell behind.
Well, Gardner did well there. Everton fell asleep watching the ball. Quick throw in by Gardner. And Petrov's in the corner. They've got some big players, Villa.
Curtis Davis being one of them. Zach Knight another. And then of course Carew. There we go again. Gone to try and block the keeper's path. Now he emerges to the near post, and a free header for Curtis Davis.
Curtis Davis just got behind Phil Jagley, and a bit more power in it. That nobody on the far post. If he heads it in a couple of yards away with a bit more pace, you never know. Bad marking though.
Friedel's clearance defeated Rodwell, and then Jagielka knocks it back. Second time that he's faced Villa in a week. They're hoping to be rather more successful this time. And Nietzsche, good turn, stop the shot.
Yeah, very basic, wasn't it? Just a punt up the field by Howard. He's very strong. Until again, he turns well. Didn't strike the ball clean, and scuffs it across wide of the goal.
A model of prudence, David Moyes. Net spending here, £35 million, which sounds a lot in the real world, but in the bubble that is football is a mere pittance these days. Ashley Young, out by Lescott. Curtis Davis seems to be established and happy out there again. Back on the ball. Petrov. Ashley Young waiting patiently. Everton leaving him to his own devices. Cahill, awkward height.
Well, it was, but Petrov's pulling the strings at the moment. It's Arteta in the blue, and for the last 4 or 5 minutes, Petrov's got on the ball, he's got an eye for a pass. Just looking for a bit of quality from Young. He's putting the ball in a little bit too early now.
I think it was a nerve problem with Curtis Davis, because quite often you get that, you get stunned and immobile, and then it wears off after 5 or 6 minutes. Gardner. Milner again. Ashley Young. Akbon-Lahore! Bad miss.
That was good football by Villa though, wasn't it? Very patient, come down the right hand side into Petrov again, who I said really the last 5-6 minutes pulling the strings, and it's a good ball in, and he's 4 yards out. He's just got to hit the target. Akbon-Lahore, don't know what, maybe anticipated Howard coming into him. He sort of stuck his neck, it's hit his shoulder, and it's gone wide. Glorious chance wasted.
Work by Cahill, tracking back. Ashley Young. Taking a fullback who's on a yellow card, Tony Hibbert. Cahill. Arteta.
That's still players on the park, aren't they? Arteta, when Petrov gets the ball, great eye for a pass, great technique.
Anichebe. Really won by Davis. Akbon-Lahore. Jagielka, trying to run past Jagielka. Free kick.
Well, I think running down a cul-de-sac there, a dead end was. When we first picked it up, I thought, yeah, he has got that pace, but Jagielka did well. He backtracked, got him at the box. There's no space for him to run into. Yes, and he's all over the back of Jagielka. Played for the free kick and won it.
Two of those involved in Seville in the week, and there's a notable absentee from that game. We wondered how it was that he couldn't get in the Spain squad, let alone the team. We got the answer on Wednesday night. To do with a lack of skill on Arteta's part, but everything to do with the ability of Iniesta and company. It's a corner.
I think actually Cahill might have played it off himself here, but he's won it. Davis wasn't happy. And now Scott will come forward with Jagielka again, and he has an incident, as you see. It's come off Cahill, clearly.
So it's a bonus corner. And it could be a dangerous corner, more than likely, because Arteta's taking it, and he doesn't waste too many. Jagielka.
Another quality delivery. Arteta, fantastic. Really just puts great pace on it as well. Very hard to defend. Jagielka just couldn't direct it down. High over the bar.
Double bill from the Barclays Premier League on Setanta next weekend. The Saturday tea time game is Manchester United versus Blackburn Rovers. And then on Monday, from the other end of the M62, it'll be Hull City against Tottenham Hotspur.
Young. By Neville.
Young over it. By Luke Young. Ashley with it. And Howard. Decent distance on the punch.
Did very well now there, just come. One thing in his main, follow his lanes.
Arteta. It's a jarring landing and Petrov has been penalised.
Well, again, he's been booked as well, Petrov, hasn't he? So, but he's just stood his ground. He's just stood his ground. It's an awkward fall, but Arteta's up and he's okay.
And on Old Firm Derby Day, former Old Firm rivals. They met 8 times in Glasgow. And Petrov came out on the winning side on 6 of those 8 occasions. An engrossing first half at Goodison. Rodwell for Everton after 4 minutes. Milner's penalty for Villa 4 minutes later. And then Sidwell's foul on Anichebe, and Mikel Arteta straight up from the spot.
Oh, a silly challenge, Gardner there. Goslin's going nowhere. Baines went on the overlap. Gardner probably could have just poked the ball away. He's got a silly free kick away.
Baines. Sidwell's header out. Tugging back Anichebe. Referee's played the advantage. Will it accrue? No.
Yes, it was a free kick. He could have brought it back, but he's given the advantage. Good refereeing. That's twice, hasn't he? He's got in the position. And he's pulled both shots, scuffed both of them.
Well, the referee has just been for a little word in John Carew's ear, or as close as he can get to it. Rodwell. A clash of heads, Luke Young and Cahill. This has come off worse. Nothing lasting. Arteta. Sidwell. Agbonlahor. Ashley Young knew that Jagielka was coming.
I think that ball from Agbonlahor, the blue flashing light on top of it, didn't it? It's the worst thing in the world a winger wants, that ball, when it's never going to get in. You see the centre half come right across.
sort of pass you never gave but often received, Chris?
I don't always like Ashley Young. I would let them kick it out as well.
James Milner. A couple of colleagues with arms up in the middle wanting a cross. Milner. They're chasing, Rodwell intervening. That night. It's only as far as Sidwell. Ashley Young. Corner.
Well, he's done well. He's used the ball, hasn't been at its best, Ashley Young. He's had enough. Milner really hasn't had any service whatsoever, but he's always a threat, Ashley Young.
So can Villa go in level? It's headed. And a volley clearance from Mikel Arteta. Cahill chasing. Lescott blocking. Knowing how to collect. Gosling. Oh, Gardner lent across him.
Tell you what, John, I know Caruso was clumsy, that was blatant, and that was right across. He had no intention of letting Gosling get behind him to get the ball. He cut his lane off. For me, he's done ever so well. Great touch, he's got good pace. Look at that. The ball's 4 yards the other side of him. As I say, the referee's a brave man to keep giving penalty after penalty, but these are definitely fouls.
Let's get this straight. If you were in charge of this game, we wouldn't have had quite so many yellow cards, but we'd have had an abundance of penalties.
4.
Just the 4. Okay. A couple of additional minutes expected at the end of this half before David Moyes and Martin O'Neill can address their respective troops. Cahill. Luke Young lunged in at Philip Neville.
Fabulous tackle that. Eye on the ball. Great tackle. Look at that. What determination. Played the ball, definitely.
No margin for error at all. Hibbert's going to take this throw. Against him. Carew. Petrov.
Referees indicated there'll be a minimum of 2 additional minutes, 2 added minutes.
Milner. Sidwell, and Lescott in the way for Everton. Gardner, steered away by Lescott.
That's a good little spell. Petrov heavily involved again. It'd be interesting to see if Martin O'Neill would be tempted to put somebody in midfield and make it 3. Somebody could break, put Milner in, put someone in the right. I'll bring Ashley Young in just to see. I think Caruso's found the pace of the game very hard today. I just think they're getting outdone, and they've got to somehow stop Arteta getting on the ball. he's running the game.
Signs of combat clearly evident on Gardner's neck. He's now got 2 balls, one of which needs to be removed, and has been by Zap Knight. The last attack of this first half should be Aston Villa's. Milner. Ended off by Arteta, who ends up on the cinder track.
Yeah, it's a free kick. I think James Milner's getting a little bit frustrated. Hasn't had a lot of ball. When he's got it, he's looked a bit leggy. And there you go. Arteta, who's been by far the best player on the park first half. Yeah, it's a clear foul.
Absolutely no complaints about the entertainment level here at Goodison Park. We've seen Jack Rodwell's first career goal, an exchange of penalties. Milner for Aston Villa, and midway through the half, Arteta, the outstanding performer for Everton. One of those occasions, frankly, when half-time simply gets in the way. More please, Everton 2, Villa 1. Aston Villa out in sprightly fashion, nice and early, but we still await Everton. Now, what is Villa's best bet to get back into this cup tie, Chris Rodwell?
Well, I think 4-4-2, they've found it hard. I think the way Everton have set up, and the TV on the right, caused a lot of problems. And even young Gods on left, they stretched them, they're keeping them back. They can't, apart from Petkoff, there's nobody really getting control of the ball and starting to make things happen. Young's had quite a amount of ball, but he's not really delivered any quality yet. He's never drove to the byline. So I think he would probably say, look, we need all to improve, you know, 20-30%, and let's play a little bit higher, a little bit quicker tempo, and see if we can move the ball a bit more. But I think David Moyes would say to Everton, just keep getting the ball to Arteta, and much of the same. Cahill's led the lane brilliant, and the team is coming to the game at times, but when he picks it up, he's powerful, he's direct, and he's caused problems. But there's definitely chances here for Villa to get back into it.
Chris Rodwell with us today on Setanta Sports, revisiting the scene of one of his greatest goals for Bradford in the FA Cup at the Park Lane end away to our left some 12 years ago. I think, Chris, your last ever FA Cup goal, and what a way to sign off. So we're just about ready to get this second half underway. Martin Atkinson just checking on the numbers on either side. No changes. And it's Aston Villa who will get us underway. Boots of Gabby Agbonlahor. I have to say that more of the same would do very nicely. An open first half. They've really carried on where they left off in that league thriller in December, where they shared 5 goals, and Aston Villa took the lead 3 times. Only won it in the 94th minute. Luke Young again selected ahead of the specialist left back Nicky Shorey. Gladys Street end now, as they like to do in the second half of games. Confirmation of the teams. Delaney's got a back problem. A few out for both Everton and Aston Villa, in fact. Shaw charged down by Mikel Arteta's hand. In fact, he might not have got his hand there in time.
I think that's very hard to do. He's come in to block the clearance from Petrov, and I mean, how could he get out of the way of that? It's ridiculous.
Did well. This is a Nietzsche who's put himself about to some effect. Tony Hibbert. 700 days to what will be the latest ever FA Cup final on May the 30th. And the winners of this, be it David Moyes' Everton or Martin O'Neill's Aston Villa, will feel they have a genuine chance of going all the way this year. Cahill appeals for a free kick and gets nothing. Whacked it against Nietzsche and then sliced through him in his follow through. Luke Young. Misjudgment. Carew. And now Arteta for Everton. Blessed with options. Nietzsche. Pulled up slightly awkwardly. Forearm by the looks of it. Neville. Petrov. Behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's a very cautious start by both teams. I think Martin O'Neill must have said to them, you know, let's see if we can get a few passes together, try to dictate the pace, keep the ball for a little bit, give it away very cheaply first half. I think Everton are just playing very cautious. They're in the lead. Why should they go really for it? I think they'll be quite happy to keep the ball and defend.
Carew on. That is Davis. Gordon Baines. Davis once more. Petrov.
Well, there you go, look. Arteta's absolutely running the game, as you say. He just seems to be in the right area at the right time, and his use has been absolutely fantastic.
Touch number 61. Scots. Nietzsche. Jack Rodwell, who opened the scoring after 4 minutes. Now Dan Gosling. Taking on Gardner, who successfully shuts him out.
Gosling likes to come inside and not at the right foot. It's not his proper position playing out there, but he's doing a good job. But he does drive for the byline, but he looks more comfortable when he feints the goal and comes inside.
It's clumsy by Milner. Everton against Aston Villa is the most frequently played fixture in the history of top-flight football in England. It's also been a League Cup final, the longest ever, back in 1977. Aston Villa won it in a second replay at Old Trafford. It was the 1897 FA Cup final at the Crystal Palace. Villa again won by the odd goal in 5, and it ended in a mass punch-up in the dressing rooms. Because Everton wouldn't give Villa their ball back. Sidwell. Retrieved by Neville. Arteta. Doesn't waste it. Anichebe.
You've got to say Everton, I think they're more accomplished side when they get the ball. They can go up to Cahill when they need to. And when they go through Arteta on that occasion, they use the ball very, very well. And they're good at, what's good about Everton is they're getting great crossing positions. And anybody will say in football, once you get down the sides of them boxes, it's very hard to defend against.
Centre-backs forward, hoping that Arteta can provide. Up in the air off Petrov. There's always going to be a whistle for a free kick there.
Well, you knew when the ball first went in the air, didn't it? Everybody knew, all the bodies were flying around. You knew. There you go, look. Oh, God, it's definitely a free kick, by the way.
Oh, do you think so?
Can't even see Brad Friedel in there.
He's been delighted with the way that his team has responded to the adversity of a fixture list that's seen them play 3 times against Liverpool and against Manchester United and Arsenal in the space of 2.5 weeks. Ashley Young. What delighted him even more was that off the back of that run they had a home fixture against Bolton and he was concerned that they wouldn't be up for it, but they breezed through it.
This is always a hard place to come, John. You know, over the years, whenever, a very passionate crowd, take ground. And they always seem to play Everton very high tempo over the years. It's a very hard place to come.
Cahill is fouled. Possibly the best £2 million that David Moyes will ever invest in Tim Cahill, the player who Graham Taylor wanted to sign for Aston Villa. But he had a serious knee problem at the time and that fell through and Moyes swooped a year or so later. Gosling. Baines. Dan Gosling. Anichebe. Rodwell. There's a case for Anichebe going down there.
Well, he could have. I think he might have got a free kick as well, but he's probably thought he's made of it and get off you on and get a shot off here. There you go. Davis is all over. It's a definite foul, but he stayed his ground. And Rodwell's shot well weighed.
And we should praise him for that, really. Staying on his feet, getting on with the game. James Milner. Second half not flowing in quite the same way as the first did for much of the time, yet anyway. Gardner. Play by Baines, that was late. That was very late by Milner. Who already is starting to apologise, realising that he's in some bother. Fifth yellow of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's a little bit unfortunate, isn't he? It's a great tackle by Baines and Bungalow in the corner. Yeah, he's a bit late and he knows he's got his hands up. He knows he's going to get a yellow. He accepts it.
Happily Leighton Baines is all right.
Well, it's a good out ball. Villa played quite a lot looking for Bonneau. It was this time was Cahill give chase, and Lescott maybe had 3 or 4 yards, a little bit of talking from his centre-half partner. He could have turned away with the ball.
Joined us late. You see John Carew out there. It's because Emile Heskey has succumbed to that Achilles problem that Martin O'Neill hoped would keep him out of the England game in midweek. Cahill on. Rodwell lurking but unable to get that. And of course it's a big week for Aston Villa. There'll all be big weeks from here on in. The business end of the season, but they play CSKA Moscow at Villa Park in the UEFA Cup on Wednesday night. And then they have a Saturday lunchtime date with Chelsea. Slice from Lescott. Cahill. Milner. Rodwell. It's a very calm presence out there. Someone still a month short of his 18th birthday. Gosling, who's 19. Jagielka. Cahill. Losing out tonight. Forward, Cahill was the only focal point. Knight with it. Jagielka, Sidwell. Phil Neville taking emergency action.
Well, again, it's a set piece from Villa. They haven't created a lot in general play, have they? So set pieces seem the best bet of getting back into this game.
The youngest for Villa was Arteta. So potent he is for Everton. Setup. Gardner. Ashley Young.
He just hasn't got his delivery great today. I think that's two this half. Where it's went through. One's went out, one's went through for a throw-in, I think, on the other side earlier on. And, he can produce, but it's not his day so far.
Throw, for which Leighton Baines is nearly breaking into a jog. Gardner. Cahill. Stilian Petrov. Awkward for Gardner. Needed help. Lahore. Bounces off Neville. Finds Milner. Cahill! Fine save by Howard.
Well, Villa actually just then got on the deck and had a bit of purpose to the passing. Comes out to Milner. Bit of a flat ball, but give Cahill credit. He gambled going near. Just got there ahead of the defender. It's a little flick, and that's a terrific save by Howard.
Gardner. Petrov. Villa trying to turn the screw. And they'll do so now with a corner.
That's a good little spell for Villa. Petrov this time trying to get it back in the danger area. 2 corners in a row. There you go, Petra. There's a chance. It's a great flick, and it's a terrific save by Tim Howard.
But he's still chuntering, Carew. Held his head in his hands for a moment, couldn't believe he didn't score. Carew again, Howard, not clean purchase. And not a clean volley either by Curtis Davis.
No, and it's gone out for a throw-in, the worst possible case.
We had to duck.
Actually, Everton have put Cahill on the right-hand side now. HB's gone up front. It's just for a spell to see if they can get going again, because Everton really haven't started the second half.
Petrov. Ashley Young. This is Arteta. Dan Gosling. Rodwell. That's offside.
Lived up to the first half. First half was so exciting, but Villa's actually trying to commit bodies forward, and they've upped the tempo of it.
Craig Gardner. Milner. Lescott. Cahill. Arteta. Pivots. More live FA Cup football tomorrow night here on Setanta. We've got the 4th round replay between Arsenal and Cardiff from 7 o'clock. Anichebe. Davis first to react. Young to clear as far as Ashley Young. Down, apparently caught by Jagielka. Carew is down as well. Villa effectively down to 9, and sportingly Philip Neville boots it out of play.
Why did he just bring the play back? It was a foul on Young. He tried to play the advantage. Cahill was getting pushed around. He could easily stopped it then and gone back to this. So you can see he plays the ball off. There you go. Jagielka just catches him. That's the free kick. There's no real advantage. Carew's coming to the ball. He's over there. He's on half. Where's the advantage in that?
Sidwell. Eagle scrambling, but couldn't get across. Everton corner. And the good citizens of the Gladys Street end rise from their seats. Great applause for Mikel Arteta as he goes across to take this. By Jagielka. Ashley Young, dangerous, but it's worked. And Gardner feeds Ashley Young. Philip Neville made the challenge. Ashley Young wasn't fouled. The two of them square up a little. And Martin Atkinson asks everyone to get on with the game. Cahill. Petrov, who is on a yellow.
Cahill just gets there before Petrov. It's a genuine attempt, there's not a lot in it. Cahill's made a bit of it. It was strange, that's Young going back there, John. That's Young was standing edge of the box, limping, couldn't walk. He picks the ball, he runs 70 yards with it, then throws himself on the floor.
Gosling. Baines. Cahill! Excellence from both the attacking player and the goalkeeper, Friedel.
There's a quick free kick from Arteta, quick thinking. It's a lovely ball in. Cahill, fantastic. Just from standing, jumps fantastically well.
Referee plays another advantage. Arteta, comfortably for Gosling. Two waiting. It's played behind them. Livening up again this time. After a lull for the opening quarter of an hour of the second period. Joy it is to see two talented, vibrant, largely English teams, young, pacey, innovative, going hammer and tongs at one another. Jagielka.
Bit like the first half now, isn't it? The tempo's got Everton sat back, I think, the opening period of the second half, but now they've started thinking, we can get a third.
Shadow boxing's over. Now they're hitting each other for real. Cahill. Corner. There are two plaintive boos from the younger supporters for James Milner. Cahill.
Just seems attracted to the ball, Cahill, doesn't it? Whenever the ball goes in the box, always seems to be him who heads it.
There's a certain magnetism. Cahill, Lahore. And again! And that threatened the corner flag rather than anything else from Lahore.
Just a long throw, flicked on. We've seen it many times with Villa. It's not the greatest strike by Gabriel Lahore. He goes out for a goal kick. Not a good strike at all.
Would you go as far as to say a poor one?
It did go behind the goal line, so you can't say it is. It didn't go out and throw in like Curtis Davis.
Arteta. Lahore tumbles over. Lahore still flexing his leg on the edge of the centre circle. Carew, the first touch he wanted. Ashley Young. Milner. Sidwell.
How was he not offside? How was he not offside? It's an easy ball in by James Milner. What, he's 30 yards out. For me, he looks 2 yards offside there, Steve. So the way he's timed his run. And what did he think? Was he thinking when he got there? There's Milner's ball in. No, he's well onside. He could have brought that down. He's headed it in no man's land.
Four of yesterday's 5 fifth-round ties ended level and require replays. Certainly a possibility that this may join that list. It's just that Villa have come to a second equalising goal. Carew's flick that was poured away by Howard. Carew. Ashley Young!
At this time, this is a good spell for Villa. They're just looking for a little bit of quality in that 18-yard box. They're getting in there quite easily now. You'd fancy actually at least hit the target. Snatched it outside the left foot, well wide.
Sunday best cup tie. Church of St Luke the Evangelist famously stands in the corner of Goodison Park, a stadium that has hosted an FA Cup final back in the 19th century. Neville. There's a problem with Tim Howard. Everton physio, Nick Rathbone, has jogged all the way around the perimeter of the pitch just to inquire as to his state of health. All at the other end at the moment. Just wonder whether that thigh problem has recurred for Tim Howard. A nasty kick on the right leg, playing for the USA in the week, Tim Howard. To make a change, because Tim Howard has played well despite any restriction he may be feeling. Carlo Nash is the reserve keeper, and the physio Nick Rathbone's gone away now. And Bonlahor seemed to tread on the ball. Craig Gardner, James Milner, Neville. Oh, and Petrov was pulled back there by Cahill. Cahill's another on a yellow.
Could have proved possibly that. I don't think the referee had a good view of it. It was deliberate. Look, he's grabbed all of them, pushed them down. The referee didn't quite see it.
There were a few treading the tightrope. There are plenty of candidates. Ashley Young, James Milner, but also Craig Gardner, who scored 3 splendid free kicks for Villa last season.
He's the one who fancies it, there's no doubt about that.
Well, he is, with respect, a bit part player on the fringes of the first team, Craig Gardner, but he can hit a ball. And hit that, but low into the wall. Luke Young. And Bonlahor. 20 forward. This is Milner. And now Arteta. Leighton Baines. Luke Young across. Gosling. Baines. Cahill. Gosling's made the run beyond. This is a Nicheby. And Cahill! Heading for the last 8 of the FA Cup, and it's that dangerous destroyer, the combative Aussie, Tim Cahill. He's travelled halfway round the world this week, and now he's made Everton's day.
Well, it was a TV on the outside the book, terrible defending, both have missed it. Young, Davies have both missed it, and it's well, he doesn't really click the way he wants to. He's hit it into the ground. It's a bit of a bobbler. He'll not care. It's in the back of the net, and that's 3-1. Terrible defending by the two at the back by Villa. This wasn't a clean hit shot, and he'll not be bothered with that. 3-1.
Tiny Tim walking tall again. Everton looking now towards a first cup quarter-final in 7 seasons. They've seen off Liverpool and they're 15 minutes or so away from seeing off another of the top 3. And they're a side, Chris, that no one would want to meet in the last 8.
No, they're a hard side to play against. To play this tempo is very hard to play against. David Moyes knows what they're good at and what they're not, but I think they thoroughly deserve the 3-1. They've been a better side today.
Sidwell, dispossessed by Arteta. Rodwell. Arteta. Radish Street end behind the goal that Everton are attacking in full voice now. Jack Rodwell, whose goal started it all, inside 4 minutes. Gosling just trying to free himself from Craig Gardner's attentions.
There's a few heads of Villa dropped very quickly. They had a little spell where you thought a chance of getting back into it. That goal seems to deflate them. You can see the body language of some of them now.
Cahill's goal may well prove to be decisive. And Martin O'Neill, who's one for making substitutions willy-nilly, he's had a couple of looks round at his bench. Nathan Delfonso is stripping off at the moment. But they need something, and they need it quickly, Aston Villa. 16 domestic games unbeaten. Last English team to lower their colours, Middlesbrough, more than 3 months ago. But the body language is instructive, particularly Steve Walford on the right there. He's had enough. Sidwell. Rodwell won the ball cleanly. Cahill. Neville. Arteta. Baines. I think Everton made an awful start to the season. Only 2 of their first 12 games, 16th in the league, out of Europe. Now look at them. Milner. Agbon the Hawk. Gardner. And Howard's obviously okay.
Well, that's the difference as well. And the quality Arteta's put from set pieces, or whenever they've put balls in the box, they've been asking questions. Villa have got in positions and just haven't delivered.
Oh, just wasted the goal kick. There's 2 free bounces through to Brad Friedel. Flags up, far side. Well, 3 big live games next weekend here on Setanta. Manchester United against Blackburn from the Barclays Premier League. That's Saturday tea time. Sunday lunchtime, Motherwell versus Celtic from the SPL. And then on the Monday night, join us at the KC Stadium for Hull City against Tottenham. A chance to harm a companion in distress. Here at Goodison, in what's been an excellent cup tie, Everton 10 minutes or so away from the quarter-finals of this season's Eon-sponsored FA Cup. There need to be Arteta again.
The way he's played, the confidence he's got to have a shot from here. Good distance.
He's garnished his display today with a goal from the penalty spot. It's an altogether greater challenge for the Spaniard, who has strutted his stuff to great effect. He needs moments of inspiration if he's ever to catch the eye of Vicente Del Bosque. Here's a platform. Left by Baines. Mikel Arteta. Oh, virtually flattened a steward.
Not his best effort today, is it? A bit wasted. He's went for that power and the dipping one. It's gone well wide.
Number 4, Steve Sidwell.
Well, here at long last is a substitution. Steve Sidwell,
Nathan Delfonso.
replaced by Nathan Delfonso, promising young striker. Appeared a bit in the FA Cup this season. Scored against Doncaster in the last round.
He's moved John Delfonso going left side or left wing, the way Villa play, and Ashley Young's gone centre midfield.
There's it out off Arteta. Animated these last few minutes, standing with arms folded, technical area, testing every decision, urging more from his players. Picture of irritation. And the pursed lips tell their own story too. Gosling for Everton. That it was brilliant. Hibbert. Rodwell. Curtis Davis. Robbed by Anichebe. Neville. Rodwell. Turning into a good day for Everton. Tony Hibbert. Arteta even winning headers in the air. Rodwell.
You can see now Villa going into the last 5-6 minutes that their heads are down, and you can see Everton adding to their total.
Reading skills are probably sufficient to tell why he's complaining.
Was it a push or was it not? It looked like a bad first touch. I say Villa had enough possession and they've had enough balls in the right areas to cause problems, but the final delivery, especially around the goal and the 18 where it counts, has been poor.
Cahill's flick finds Gosling, and Gosling's away from a tiring Zap Knight. And there were 3 up with him.
Zap Knight struggled there on the turn, didn't he? Very leggy and pace, Gosling.
Escott's tucked back by Cahill. That won't improve the Norwegian striker's mood. Looks like Joseph Yobo's going to join us too. This may be looking like Aston Villa's big breakthrough season, but he will be days that are not so good, and this looks like one of them. After 7 consecutive away league wins, defeat looms on the road here. Finding Arteta. Ashley Young. Ran into Rodwell. Martin Atkinson saw enough in that to go to his pocket. And the 17-year-old, as well as having a goal today, has a yellow.
Well, he could have got it on Cahill, the first one, didn't he? He pulled Cahill down, Young picked it, played the advantage, and he's blatantly obstructed Young. The referee had no option.
And some substitution, replacing number 28, Victor Anichebe.
Well, there was some debate as to what sort of reception Anichebe would get today from the Goodison faithful after his hiatus involving the failed approach that Hull made to take him on loan. I think those pictures answer the question.
He's played very well.
And coming on number 4, Chichiviero.
And as the world's loudest PA announcer confirms, here comes the Nigerian Yobo. Petrov. It's Cahill. And Neville. Ashley Young. Jagielka. Petrov. Comes the goalkeeper. And Everton are almost there. Petrov. Delfonso. Timed it well, but can't prevent a corner kick.
It's a little bit too late for Villa. Come to the 90th minute now, Milner's come across to take this corner.
There are only going to be 2 additional minutes, so if there's to be anything in this tie for Villa, they have to score now. Milner. That was Gosling. And this is Ashley Young. Really fired as we know he can, and doesn't get a free kick there either.
He's not going to get one for that, John. He's run straight in, he's played for it. Referee's 15-20 yards away, saw it.
Petrov.
Referee's indicated to be a minimum of 2 additional minutes. 2 minutes.
Delfonso. Good ball in. Well defended by Jagielka. Here's Ashley Young. Curtis Davis. Whacked half the length of Goodison by Jagielka. Milner. Ashley Young. James Milner again. And eventually Everton emerge with a free kick.
Well, I think you've got to say Everton thoroughly deserved this victory today. They've been up it from the first minute. Thoroughly deserved it. Villa, bad day at the office, where I want to say not enough players. Been away international duty, I know, this week, come back a little bit leggy, but they haven't performed, apart from Petrov, who's really, for me, played to his ability today. It's been a flat display by Aston Villa. but not take nothing away from Everton. They've been first class from the first minute, played good tempo, created chances, not let Villa play. Thoroughly deserved the win.
It's a formality, really. But it affords Mikel Arteta a richly deserved ovation as Segundo Castillo comes on. Goodison just waiting for the whistle to confirm Everton's passage. Another step on the ladder for David Moyes' men. And a rare setback for Aston Villa. Tim Cahill. Hemmed in by Milner and Gardner, and Cahill a little upset. Martin Atkinson not going to take any action because his next act will be to blow his whistle. A job on the point of completion by Everton. Everton through to the last 8 for the first time since 2002. For David Moyes, it'll be a first ever FA Cup quarter-final. An excellent tie. They played really well. 17-year-old Jack Rodwell set them on their way as early as the 4th minute. Arteta and Milner exchanged penalties. Tim Cahill was the man that scored the decisive goal 15 minutes from the end. Arteta often princely, today quite regal. Aston Villa suffer domestic defeat for the first time in more than 3 months. Everton march on. Blue, remember, was last year's colour in the FA Cup. It might be this year's too. Everton 3, Aston Villa 1.
Certainly had our entertainments this afternoon as Everton have beaten Villa. Here is Tim Cahill, Mikel Arteta with Kelly.
Tim, just start by telling me about your celebration after the goal.
I think it's just paying respect to all the lives lost in Australia for the bushfires and how much it's affected the Australian national team when we're away, and it just puts into perspective just everything really, and it's just something little, and I'm just really happy that I could contribute something.
With that perspective, how does today's game fit in?
Oh, it's massive. I think a run like this and going into the last 8, it's what we play for. A team like this, people always say that finishing outside the top 4 is a good task, but for us in a cup like this, it's amazing. It's one of the biggest cups, and we're really trying to achieve something special.
You mentioned being away with in Japan with Australia this week. How much has that taken out of you?
Yeah, I suppose it takes a bit out of you, but I think being as young as I am, I can do this, and in the end, when I'm retired, I can enjoy my time with my kids. But it's been difficult, but results like this just make it all the more sweeter.
Mikel, what did you think of Everton's overall performance today?
I think we played really well. We were struggling to put our first 11 on because of the injuries and suspensions and everything we've been through all season, but again the team spirit has been unbelievable, and when we find difficulties we put another gear on, and we showed again today, I think.
And how important is it to be through to the last stage of the FA Cup?
That's massive. After the Liverpool game, when we beat Liverpool, it was massive for us, but now we want to keep going on the cup. That's the only way we can win a trophy with Everton, so we have to try today.
Can Everton win it?
I think we've got a chance. We keep in the good form and playing the way we've been playing the last few months. I think we've got a real chance.
Tim, what do you think? Will Everton have the FA Cup in their trophy cabinet by the end of the season?
We just take a game at a time. We'll look on the Premier League, and we're into the last 8, so we'll see how the draw goes. Good thing about this team is we work hard for each other, and every game is taken one at a time, and you see the effort that everyone's pulled together. So you never know.
Well, Mikel, you are the Eon man of the match, so if I could ask you to present that, please, Tim.
Well, Mickey, thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much.
What an afternoon it has been for Everton. They have beaten Aston Villa by 3-1. It means David Moyes is in his first ever quarter-final as a player or a manager. Here he is now with Kelly.
Well, David, how does it feel to reach your first quarter-final in English football?
It's
been a long time coming, but you don't get in for reaching the quarter-final, so the next objective is try and reach the semi-final.
What did please you about today?
I thought all round the players played really well. I mean, I thought today was our hardest team we had to put out. We were struggling for players with no Pienaar and no Osman and no Fellaini. And, you know, we put Rodwell and Gosling and Amachibi back in, so I was a bit worried how it was going to set out itself. But in the end, I thought they played tremendously well. Obviously, Aston Villa are a really good team, had some opportunities themselves, but I thought in the end the players got their rewards.
What about the players who came in? What did you think of their performances?
I thought they'd done great. I thought Victor Amachibi had a great performance today. I thought Jack Rodwell, Sean again, he came on and showed exactly what he could do in today's game. So overall, you know, really pleased we're in the next round of the Cup in a good performance, and it keeps our run going. What
was your reading of what happened with the first goal?
Well, I think that if you deliberately handball the ball on the line and stop a penalty kick and a goal, I mean, I've never known anything but a sending off. So if not, then I'll need to be told the rules differently. I realise we scored from it, but I think Tim Cahill gets booked for a handball, deliberate handball, later on. So I don't know what's the difference. I don't even think the boy got booked. He should have been sent off in my eyes, but unless there's a rule out there which I don't know about.
The referee said it was because he played the advantage, that if he hadn't played the advantage or if it hadn't been a goal, then he would have been booked and he would have been sent off and it would have been a penalty. Would it?
Well, in a way, that might have been better for us than scoring the goal at the time. As it is, it worked out fine. And I'm not saying that we're looking for him to be sent off, but I think any player knows if they stop the ball in the line with their hand, then you're going off. And so that really surprised me, because I thought at the time it was the wrong decision.
Can Everton go on and win the FA Cup this season?
I'd love to say yes, but you know, you need a bit of luck in the draws at the moment. Our draws have been really hard with Liverpool and Aston Villa, so I think we would need a good run of draws. But the way we're playing and the belief we've had to knock out a couple of teams who are at the top end of the league. So let's hope we get a decent draw and we can try and get there.
Who would you like to avoid in the draw, and who would be a dream pairing?
Well, like, I think we want to play people like Goodison now, because I feel that we're coming into form here at home, and if we can do that, then we'll be a match for most teams at home here.
Thanks very much, David.
Thank you.
Thanks.